The broadcast is now beginning. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Nick Unsworth here, and welcome to our live encore of Facebook ads A to Z. So really fired up. We're going to teach you guys how to leverage Facebook ads to get more likes, leads, and new customers. So for many of you guys, I do just want to apologize. We had this big live stream event on Tuesday, and we had thousands and thousands of business owners from literally all over the world registered, and our technology, the company Livestream, it literally was supposed to hold 5,000 folks on there, and it maxed out at 1,000. So we were so disappointed in that. So if you did try to get on and you couldn't make it on, we really, really apologize about that. That's why we put on this encore, so we can get you all this great information about these new changes to Facebook's ad platform and how to really monetize these and create a return on investment for your business. So before we dive in, what I would like to do too is I just want to get an idea of where you guys are coming from. So if you could first start off by, if you just find the chat box, if you were to just type in there where you're dialing in from, and I'll be able to see your name. Just want to get an idea of what parts of the world people are calling in from. We got folks from all over. Holy shit, it's kind of hard to read. We've got South Africa, I see Vegas, Denver, Minnesota, Rocky Mountains, Canada, St. Louis Obispo, Jersey. Awesome. Well, welcome, guys. So I see Brian Stafford. What's up, man? I haven't spoke to you in a long time. We'll have to definitely catch up, later, maybe early next week and what have you too. So sweet. Well, welcome, guys. And then also what I would love to know is, if you are currently using Facebook ads for your business, just type in yes. If you're not, just type in no. And it's going to give me a really good understanding of how I should kind of tailor the content. All right, so we've got lots and lots of people typing that in, so thank you guys for that. And so what I want to just to be up to let you guys know about is that there's some content in the beginning that it's really necessary for folks that have never done anything with Facebook advertising. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to blow through it really quickly. So if you're brand new to Facebook marketing or Facebook advertising, it's going to, it might be a little overwhelming. I'm going to go through it fast. But even if you're a seasoned entrepreneur or you're seasoned with Facebook ads or a big box brand, you're running tons of ads, some of the things I'm going to talk about in the beginning are still going to be valuable for your business because when you're running Facebook ads, there's always a couple major components. You've got, of course, how you run the ads. That is one huge piece of the equation. And then you also have, what is the offer that you're running the ads to? And your ads on Facebook are only going to be as good as the offer that you're putting out there. So we're going to cover both for you guys. And the theme for today is make fast decisions, focus, and take action, because what I really would love to see happen here is that by the time we finish this training and we give you some of these really cool tips about what's really working well with Facebook advertising right now, we just want you to make a fast decision. Just decide to implement it, focus on it, and take action, and then come back and share some results with us. So today what we're going to do is we're going to have this step-by-step process on how to run the Facebook ads and optimize them so that you can get high-quality likes, leads, and new customers. The nice thing is that we've got lots of clients that we've done this for within 20 days. We've got lots of clients that we've done this for within 2 weeks. So we like to refer to, we've got a coaching program called the 20-Day Challenge, and we like to call it that because there's no reason this stuff needs to take a long time, right? You can start, you can get it set up, you can get leads, and you can get customers all within 20 days. So that's what's exciting, is that this is the equalizer. It's like if you don't have an email list or you don't have a lot of customers and you're like, shoot, how am I going to get this thing started? Anybody can jump into Facebook ads and start creating profits for their business literally within just, a week. So that's what's cool. I'm also going to share a really cool strategy on how to build up your authority by getting likes to your Facebook business page. And we're going to have some really good information about that, how to get email opt-ins for less than $1.50 a piece, which really helps you to cash flow when you're able to get leads at a cost that's that low. Most people, to put in perspective, most people in most companies are spending $1.50 for a click. They're then spending about 10 clicks worth to get one email opt-in. So the fact that we can get folks into your marketing funnel for $1.50 and even less in some cases, that's what's crazy. Even a year ago, I was getting email opt-ins for closer towards $3. So this is a little sweet spot with Facebook advertising. We've got one technique I'm going to bring on my main man, Shane Johnson, to talk about. And this one adjustment alone, I'm literally talking about pushing one button in the Facebook Power Editor, which is different than how you normally run ads, can dramatically change your impact and cut your costs, your ad costs in half, because it opens up this whole market for mobile. So I'll talk through the information on that, and that is one thing you definitely don't want to miss. We're also talking about how to track and manage your campaigns, and then some additional resources. And I do want to just let you guys know, our goal for this is we want to give you some really kick-ass information so that you can get up and run these ads. We have lots and lots of people that look at it and they want more. They want more of us. They want more of our time. They want more resources. They want to, us to help them design their pages. And of course, we are, I am a Facebook marketing consultant. Shane Johnson, our team member, he also is a Facebook ad expert. So, we're going to give you our best information. You'll have everything that you need, but I do want you to know that if you're looking for more and you're looking for someone to help do all this stuff with you, we're going to share a resource at the end if that's okay with you guys. And if it makes sense, we'd obviously love to work with you. But the number one priority for today is we just want to absolutely give you the best information we can so that you can get this up and running on your own, whether you do anything with us moving forward or not. So I'm not going to go through a whole big long story about my background. I do want you guys to know that I've been in this business for been running Facebook ads for about 3.5 years. Doesn't sound like a lot of time, but in Facebook marketing timeline, it makes me a seasoned vet, right? So I've ran traffic for lots of large companies. I've ran traffic for hundreds of smaller businesses, and I've built my own business with Facebook ads for the past 3.5 years. To put in perspective, my first month in the business, and which was my first experience with Facebook ads, I was just tinkering around. I had bought a bunch of information courses. I had hired other people to help me learn how to do this stuff, which was super, super important because you can lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. My first month in the business, I ran an ad on Facebook that said, "What do you think of my new Facebook page?" Because I was brand new in the business. I just put the thing up. And that ad, I targeted chief marketing officers. Think about that. How cool is that? I figured, I'm just getting started. I've got local clients in my local market. I started to bring in some revenue from those guys by just literally knocking on doors in my local market. And I ran this one ad. I had $100 left on my credit card, on Uncle Discover's credit card. And it was just a room. I was close to $50,000 in debt. I got this business started. I was in a really tough spot. The reason was I was in all that debt because I had a business that failed. So long story short, I set up that ad and with a $100 budget, and lots of good things happened. Number one, I started to get lots of likes and fans to my business page. Number two, I had a marketing funnel where the people that came in, they were able to schedule a 1-hour consultation with me, and I added value for them on those calls. I taught people how to do their social media. And then the result was people liked it, enjoyed it, and they wanted more, and then they hired me. So within that marketing funnel, what ended up happening is I get a phone call from a guy named Quincy out in Hawaii. And I'm in my back room, working away, and he's like, "I'd like to speak to Nick Gunsworth." And I said, "Yep, this is him, and how can I help you?" And he said, "Well, I see what you're doing on Facebook, and I want you to be the keynote speaker at our technology conference out in Hawaii." And I'm sitting there thinking, you've got to be kidding me. I just got started in the business. I didn't even know exactly how this phone call even came about. Later, after that, I ended up asking, "How did you hear about me?" And he said, "Facebook ads." And so here I go, brand new in the business, getting offered to speak at a technology conference in Hawaii, right? And of course I reply back with, "Sure, how much you're going to pay me?" And then he responds back with, "Well, we don't have a big budget. We'll pay a couple of $1,000. We'll pay your expenses." And that was crazy. And so I accept, and then he responds with, "All right, all I need you to do is to send over your media kit." And I'm sitting there, brand new in the business, headset on, thinking, first of all, what's a media kit, right? So I say, "Sure, no problem, Quincy. I'll send you over my media kit." I hang up the phone, and here I go Googling, what is a media kit, right? And because I had absolutely no idea what a media kit was, right? And the whole thing about this is that think of the reason I share this story is because it's not just about literally my last $100 on credit cards and running ads and building this business and creating revenue, but it's the brand positioning that got created where I had someone that had no idea who I was, but they saw my ads on Facebook, they saw my marketing funnel and said, you know what, we need this guy to be the keynote speaker without doing any homework on me, right? And so that brand perception is a benefit to Facebook advertising that you really, it's hard to trace back to dollars and cents, but there's something that happens, and I just, I assure each and every one of you guys that get started with Facebook ads, the brand impact for you is absolutely incredible. Especially if you have a personally branded business, it works out really well. And the nice thing is that if you do this in the local market, a local real estate agent, local restaurant, local landscaper, I mean, there's so few of your competitors doing this kind of marketing that you'll go to a restaurant, you'll go to a Chamber of Commerce meeting, and people will literally stop you and be like, hey, you're the guy, you're the realtor I keep seeing on Facebook every day. You're the landscaper that's all over Facebook. And it's like creating this celebrity-like brand positioning in your niche. So that is one major, major benefit for you guys that that I love. And I love as we train this, and we've got clients that come back and say, man, I can't believe what happened to my brand from advertising. And this is just a completely crazy update. So what's today? Today is the 18th. So this was 8 days ago. So sure enough, right, I'm getting ready to do this big live stream and all this stuff, and I get an email from Genesis, who now runs the technology conference in Hawaii, and he writes out, I've heard many great things about you from Quincy regarding the participation in the social media summit, and they invited me to go back there again. Now, why did this happen? This happened again because I'm running more ads now than I typically do, and I opened up, the targeting, and we're reaching out to lots of folks in that demographic as well. And sure enough, they see the ads and they invited me back again. So this is just another interesting update on that. Now, outside of that, and outside of speaking, the reason that I love Facebook marketing more so than any other form of advertising, period, is because we can create a return on investment on our ads. So we're able to get anywhere between 3 and 7 times return on investment on the ads. So typically, I like to say a 5 times return on investment. So if you think of it this way, if you were to pay $2 for a lead and then get $10 back, how good is that for your business? And what is interesting is that when people say, well, I'm not sure about Facebook ads, I heard you could lose a lot of money, and I ask people back and say, dude, what else is there? If someone were to come forward and say, Nick, I have a better way to get clients at a lower cost, I would be all over it. I don't work for Facebook. If I could get leads and I could get customers faster on Pinterest or Google or in the newspaper or on TV, I would be wherever it is. I don't have any allegiance to Facebook besides this is literally the easiest way to get customers. So the thing is that many other forms of advertising, whether it's TV or print or Google SEO or pay-per-click, they either take forever to get customers or they're disgustingly expensive. I ran TV commercials in the past and lost my shirt. So the fact that we can put out Facebook ads and then within a period of a couple days to a few days to even maybe a week, you can track it and you can prove that you can make money with this. And that's another big myth that we've pretty much busted is that people say, how do I track social media? Well, if you're farting around doing status updates and creating content and you're doing all these things that many people teach, yeah, it's gonna take forever to get customers. We don't teach that. We teach ads to a marketing funnel, boom, create customers. So I just want to talk through a couple. These are just very basic proof points. We're not going to spend a lot of time here, but these are very, very recent. We've had, if you guys were on Tuesday, we had Kathy Wagner. She's a retail consultant. She had a marketing funnel that wasn't working. She spent, 3 months, and she just wasn't able to sell her products, and she was almost in tears when she came to me. And what we did was we helped her restructure her marketing funnel. So A, we started with her strategy. B, we helped her create a landing page. And then C, we helped her run ads. So within 10 days, she was able to track all this back to over $20,000 in revenue on only a $400 ad budget. So what I want to do is I'm going to give you an example of exactly what that looked like. So if I come over here to Facebook, this is her Facebook business page. So everything we're going to talk about, you have to have a Facebook business page because if you're going to market an ad to a website, you're going to miss out on a lot of the benefits of what we're doing and what we're teaching. So she has a Facebook business page. I still think that there's quite a few things that can be improved here, but she's got the page. If I were to click on this button here, it takes you to a marketing funnel. So she did a live workshop. This was basically a webinar. And for her demographic, she was teaching them how to increase their sales and decrease their stress. So she coaches local businesses that own retail stores how to, she's a consultant for them and how to basically make more profits. So she had this simple page, she had a little video, she had 3 benefit statements, and then they could sign up to be part of her webinar. She closed over $20,000 live on that call. All right, so this is what we refer to as a marketing funnel. This all exists within Facebook. Now, the cool thing is that that process for her yielded her a lot of profit in a short period of time, and then now she's just continuing to duplicate that over and over and building her email list and building out more revenues as well. So if I then jump to Barb Wade. Barb Wade is a business coach, and I like this example because for Barb Wade, she proved that within one Facebook ad over to her marketing funnel, she was able to make sales at a $3,000 price point. So for all the folks that say you can't sell big ticket, you can't sell on Facebook, we literally just did this. This happened about 2 weeks ago. And so she had a budget on Facebook. It was a little bit over $2,000, and she had 4 sales at $3,000 each and created $12,000 in revenue. She also grew her email list by 1,200 people. She grew her likes by 1,500, and we'll show you guys exactly what she did. And so the nice thing is that if you're selling, whether you're a local realtor, whether you're a business coach, an author, a speaker, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. We've done this for many, many industries, and we even coach people who are social media consultants on how to do this for their customers. So what we are going to do is we're going to keep cranking. I'm going to just blitz through some of these basics, and then we're going to have Shane Johnson come on. We're going to walk through a campaign, how to build it out for you. We're going to show you this big mobile technique, and then we'll have Ryan Skelly, who's a Facebook marketing expert. Instead of having a whole bunch of case studies and folks on, we're just going to have Ryan Skelly come on, and he's going to share his experience working with local businesses. And he's got everything from hotels to restaurants using these strategies. And so as far as the ads go, this comes back to 3 big components. So in our coaching programs, what we always teach is we never just do Facebook ads for someone, because if you just do Facebook ads, what we found was that, when I first got started in this business, I would run Facebook ads for the company and then be like, man, we're really crushing on our Facebook ads, but you're not making sales because your offer isn't converting. So right, there's always 2 components. It's you've got to have the traffic, which is Facebook ads, and then you have to have the conversions on your offer. So what we teach and what I want to share with you guys right here is that you've got to have your Facebook marketing funnel. So your Facebook marketing funnel is going to allow you to capture email addresses. It's going to allow you to build trust and add value and follow up and help convert your prospects. So no matter what your business is, we want you to have a Facebook lead magnet, which is something that you can give to someone else that's free, right? So the reason we have free webinars is because we need to build trust, we need to build rapport, we need to add value with other people. In your business, your strategy might be, for a real estate agent, you might want to give away a first-time home buyer's free report, and then you can market that with Facebook ads and then give your target market that free report. So any business, you just want to have something of value that you can give to them to add value, build rapport, and then you make the sale. So this is one little adjustment. We're not going from Facebook ads to buy my stuff. We're going from Facebook ads, let me give you something awesome, and then buy my stuff. Now, the reason why we love running webinars, because you're able to add value for people really, really quickly. So you can take someone from an ad, and then you can host a webinar or a teleseminar. You don't need to have any technology, but the thing is that they get to hear your voice, they get to hear your content, you can add value for them, and then you can sell right at the end, because if you've helped them out and you've added value and you've built the rapport, then if they want to take the next step, it's really not even like selling. It's more like you are, they're excited to buy more because they love what you did for them. So that's the big thing, is that your marketing funnel needs to be set up. And again, just to give you a live example, is that something like, you've got Barb Wade, her business page, and then in her case, she had this little page here, and this allows her to add value with content, they can give their information. It builds her email list. She explains the value with the benefit statements. And then when she's live on the call, she really kicks butt with content and then gives them an opportunity to buy more access to her, right? And another example of this for a local business, it could even be a restaurant that's marketing something that's value add, like a coupon. It could be, a free appetizer just to walk in the door, right? Every single business has something that they can do for free content. We have other types of businesses where they would run an ad. We've got a guy named Tom Rather. He's a part of our coaching program called the 20-Day Challenge. So our first step is, all right, Tom, tell me about your business. I'm going to help you lay down the strategy so that we can then build your marketing funnel so that you can then run the ads. So his business is franchising businesses. And you think about it, and your first reaction is your brain gets all knotted up into a pretzel, and you think, how am I going to market that on Facebook? And then, we had a 30-minute call together, and I said, Tom, this is actually really easy. All we need to do is think about, how do you currently sell? And he says, well, I get them on the phone, and I tell them how easy it is to franchise, and they're blown away, and then they want to do it, and they hire me. I said, perfect. So let's just put together a marketing funnel. So picture this right here. You've got my headline. You just change that out to something like, franchising, 5 ways to franchise a business within 30 days, right? So he's got all these cool methods on how to franchise a business, and it's easier than people think, right? Or how to franchise your business and double your bottom line, because and he's proven he can do that for people. So it's as simple as you create a headline. And in his case, he didn't really want to do a video, so I said, no problem. Just put in there a couple bullet points as to what you're going to teach them, and then they put in their information. And instead of doing a webinar and instead of doing a free report, in his case, he just wants to have more conversations with real prospects. So they put in their information, and then what's going to happen is that they then can schedule a time to speak with him. And he'll hop on the phone, he'll explain how he franchises business, and he's going to close sales. For him, those sales are worth 5 figures. I mean, they're big deals. And so the thing is that number one is we figured out what is his strategy. It's a phone consultation follow-up. For him, that's what works. And we need to think about, for you, what is your business? Who are your clients? Is it a webinar for you? Is it a free report for you? Is it a phone consultation? But every single business, no matter if you're B2C or B2B, everyone can have a strategy. Then from there, how do you create this page, right? And I'll talk through that in just a couple minutes too. And then now that Tom's got a strategy, he's currently getting his page built for him, and then now we just need to run ads, and we're just going to target entrepreneurs. We're going to target certain niches that he's in so that his perfect prospects are going to see his message and then ultimately get on the phone with them. Okay. From there, this is now talking about making your actual Facebook marketing funnel. So what I just described with Tom is that funnel and making that is something that you need, right? Because you need to be able to collect their email information. You need to be able to funnel them into your sales process. So you have to make the marketing funnel. So there's 2 ways you can do it. The first way is you can do it all yourself, and these are a couple of resources I'm going to give you. And you've got 5-minute fan page, Short Stack, North Social. You just jot those down, and that's going to allow you to be able to make one of those Facebook landing pages. So you can do that. You can hire a local graphic designer in your area. You can hire a web design person. Totally up to you. But these are very low-cost alternatives. I think they even have, I think a 5-minute fan page has a free trial. So if you wanted to, you can make that yourself. The other option is that we have a company we partnered with that they can make it for you. We don't get anything out of that. We actually, instead of people paying full price, they get a deep discount with working with us. But there's no profit. There's nothing in it for us. We just want you guys to be able to set these things up, because if you don't have a market funnel, we can't help you run ads. And just again, so that we're all on the same page, the marketing funnel is, and I'll give you my example here. If I go to my Facebook business page, the marketing funnel is all built off of a Facebook business page. And this is my business page, and then you can tell that because there's likes. And then all we need you to do is to create one of these bad boys, which is a tab on Facebook, and then it allows you in this case, this is the webinar that we've got going on. It allows you to create the funnel where you're grabbing the information and email address. So those are two options. You can have, again, you can do it yourself, or you can work with SocialRank to do it for you. And this is just an example. If you do want to work with those guys, just jot down SocialRank Media. They charge $500 per web property. We have a special promotion where we're able to really drive that cost down and make it mobile ready. But basically what they do is they help make your brand look awesome so that when you're running your ads, these marketing funnels will help you convert, because the perception really leads to higher conversions, and your branding is very, very important. My business coach always says that in 2013, your graphic design and branding is going to be more important than your copy. And it's so crazy, but it's true, because how people perceive your image online is going to dictate whether or not they trust you and whether or not they want to opt in. And so big thing is that we like working with these guys. Again, we have absolutely nothing to gain out of you working with them, but we know that they're going to get you set up correctly so that when we show you in just a couple minutes exactly how to run the ads, we want your offer to convert. We want you guys to be able to bring in results. And sweet, and I just got a text. I think we have Roche on the line as well. So Roche, I don't want to steal all your thunder, but let me, we're going to zip through this, and we're going to bring Roche on in a little bit. Awesome. Great to have you here. So these are some of the marketing funnels that they create. And there's lots of different flexibility, and they do custom graphic design. So if we kind of fast forward, and I know I'm kind of blowing through this stuff quickly. We got some great feedback on Tuesday that's like, all right, I know that I need to know this stuff in the beginning, but I want the meat. I want the ads. Give me the good stuff, right? So we're getting into that section here. And once you have that Facebook marketing funnel built, the best thing you can do is you can market your existing email database to get traffic to it. And the reason I bring this up is because in the strategy we're going to share with you on the Facebook ads, is that it all builds and compounds off of social proof. So we're going to show you how we run our ads and how we get people commenting and engaging and interacting with the ads. So you not only want to run your ads and create that engagement, but if you email your database and you get them to also come to your Facebook page and interact with your ad, it's going to lead to more people commenting, more likes, and it actually leads to an even more powerful ad that lowers your ad costs even more. So emailing your folks, getting them to your Facebook page is very important. And then this is the big one, is when you're advertising, you actually want to be running ads that come through and appear as promoted posts. So this is an example of two different styles of ads. So are you guys, just type in yes or no, are you guys familiar with on the right-hand side that these are all advertisements? And I think most people it's intuitive, and most people know that and are aware of that, right? Okay, so cool. We've got tons of folks here. Everyone's saying yes. Sweet. Now here's the thing. In the middle here, this is an example of someone's newsfeed. So what happens is that in the newsfeed, that's where people go. They're seeing, what's going on with their friends. They're creeping on their ex-girlfriends or boyfriends, and, we're looking at pictures. That's what people are there to do on Facebook. They're there to check out what's happening in the newsfeed. So what's really special is that this right here appears in the newsfeed, and it's much more friendly than an ad. That's clearly an ad on the right-hand side. So this is technically an ad. It's called a promoted post. And what happens is that this is something that I promoted, and Shane, our team member, he put this out on our Facebook page. And as this went out, that ad appears in people's news feeds. And what's great about that is that it allows other people to interact with the ad. So you can see here we have 174 likes, we have 27 comments, 32 shares. And it's literally just a video that we uploaded to the Facebook business page and shared as a status update. So what ends up happening is that the only way people realize that this is an ad is this little grayed out a piece of text here that says sponsored. And even though it says sponsored, people, consumers, even if they're aware that it's sponsored, it's still much, much friendlier than ads over here. Now, the reason we want to have ads that are friendly is because as complicated as Facebook's algorithms are and their ad platform is, I want you to just jot down a couple things. There's the ad platform works off of one very, very, very simple relationship. And the relationship is the click-through rate, which means the likelihood of someone to click on this link and interact with this ad. The more people that interact with this ad and the more people that click on it, it will actually reduce your ad costs. So if you run an ad here on the left-hand side and very few people want to interact with it and they want to click on it, it's actually going to increase your ad costs. Because for Facebook, they want to have their platform, they want people to want to interact with the ads. They don't want everyone just blatantly selling. That's why they don't allow business opportunities. Sometimes they don't allow MLMs. They don't allow things that are offensive. They don't want people, they want people to enjoy their experience on Facebook. So the fact that people want to interact with this ad and they don't want to interact with this ad is huge. So at the end of the day, our goal is to get ads out there that are engaging. So you want to be, instead of hard-nosed selling, you want to be giving. You want to be giving away a free webinar. You want to be giving away your free report. You want to have a picture of you that you're smiling. You want to upload a video that is friendly and adding some value. And to give an example of what that looks like is, if I come over here to my business page, what I'm talking about is just literally doing a status update. Whether it's text, ideally you want to have a photo or a video, and you would upload a photo, write some copy about it, and then you can see here, this is one that we just shared out recently. I'm just saying, holy moly, the live stream crushed. We got such great feedback that we're doing the live training again. Register here. And this link takes you to the marketing funnel. This allows folks to register again. And you can see here I put things like, and we definitely went out in the town and had a good time with the guest speakers, and we talk about margaritas were flowing and things like that. And so this is just a friendly ad, right? And within one day, 228 people like it, 17 shares, and in this ad for us is performing really well. We're getting email opt-ins to the webinar that we're doing right now for about $2, and it's about and give me a yes if the audio is okay. I think someone, Ryan, I think someone muted. Okay, perfect. It's back on now. Sorry about that. We got some admins on here. Careful with the mute button. Okay, cool. And are we good to go? Give me a yes if the audio is okay. Sounds good, 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 good. Okay, perfect, perfect. Sweet. Cool. All right, so basically the big thing here is that we want to make sure that we are running these promoted posts. That is one of the biggest takeaways from today is you want to upload photos, you want to upload videos, and you do not, absolutely do not want to be running ads on the right-hand side. This is a dead giveaway that you're going to lose money. So that is a big thing. And when Shane comes on, we're going to walk through exactly how to set these up so that you also know how to do the bidding strategy, you know how to track and all that good stuff too. All right, next is when you, the reason we want to get likes to the page is because it all comes back to the style of ad. So if you upload a photo or a video and then you're running that as an ad, if you think about it, the reason we're getting a lot of likes and engagement is we're going to have people that are fans of my page engaging, and then when you run ads to it, it's just additional interaction. So the whole thing is that if you can get a lot of likes to your business page, and then when you use the strategy and you upload a photo or a video and then you run ads to it, it all compounds. So the reason we want likes is because it's going to help also complement your advertising strategy. Very important. So when you have your Facebook business page, one of the easiest things you can do right in the beginning, you click Build Audience, you click Invite Friends, and you just literally click on their faces, and then it will send them an invitation to come like your page. Very simple, very easy to do, and you'll get about 30% of people that will actually come and join. So between doing that and sending an email, that will help you get more people to your page. Cool. Other than that, another way you can drive a lot of likes to your page that is really, really great is this is an ad campaign where you just want to jot this down. This is very, it still converts well. It still works. And this strategy is, it's literally just putting up an ad and it's saying click like if you love. And you could upload the photo and you could have the like button there and it just says click like if you love, and then you want to insert your industry. So click like if you love social media. Click like if you love baseball. Click like if you love yoga, right? So that is something where this campaign still continues to help generate lots and lots of likes to the business, which is great. This right here, the next one, is an example of how to get likes for 1 penny. And again, likes helps create authority. Likes also circles back and will help create more engagement on your posts. And this, whether you want to screen capture this or just kind of jot down a couple notes on this, this is an example of an ad that a good friend of mine, Brett Gregory, started using this style. And what he would do is he would just take an image that would resonate with his audience, and he would share that image as, create an ad using the image. And then what will happen is that he's targeting lots of other countries. So granted, if you are a local business that only does business in your state, then this is not necessarily going to be the strategy for you. This would be for whether you operate on a national level or you can do business anywhere. But he's marketing a huge segment of people that are in United States. You've got Canada. You've got lots of different countries, and then you specify only people that speak English. So you're getting folks that speak English that live in other countries. You can then specify people that like content marketing, that are like internet marketing, that like entrepreneurship and digital marketing, public relations, marketing online, Entrepreneur Magazine. So you can see how that these are still targeted likes, right? So this strategy, the reason the cost per like goes down so weird. For some reason, my audio just I think this might be something with GoToWebinar. It just literally just muted me and then unmuted me. So I think we have a ghost on the GoToWebinar. So we really thought we were going to be avoiding some audio issues by using very consistent GoToWebinar. But sorry about that, guys. So basically, in this strategy, the reason the cost per likes go down so substantially is because the targeting is opened up to the full, it's opened up to lots and lots of people, and then the image he's using is something that resonates with that audience. So he has a business page that has to do with yoga, and in this example, there's a picture of a cat. We call it the converting kitty, and it's a cat that's doing a yoga pose called Shavasana, which is, from what Brett says, apparently this is, it's a funny pose to see a cat doing. So for his yoga page, it worked really well. So how you tie this back to your business is you think about what's an image that would be funny for your audience, that would resonate well with them, and you would upload that image. You would target the countries you see here on the screen. You would target your market, but you would target generic, broad interests. And this campaign is very, very, very different. This is very different than what Shane is going to talk about in just a couple minutes. This is a campaign to get likes for a penny. So there's two things. You got campaign to get likes for a penny, and then you've got a campaign that is really designed to create customers that we're going to talk through with Shane here in just a second. So you want to make sure that you keep those two completely separate between the two. Okay, perfect. So speaking of Shane Johnston, we actually came up with we had so much fun on Tuesday, and we were calling Shane Grala. So Shane Grala, we're going to get you unmuted, my friend, and we're going to bring you on. I'm going to give you the screen. And Shane, before you come on and introduce yourself, I just want you guys to know, from my perspective, Shane has been just a huge asset to our team. He's been running our campaigns for us and for clients. He's become a really good friend of mine and of Ryan's and our whole teams, and we've been able to, we just did this big mastermind event in North Carolina. We're just hanging out here in San Diego, probably drank half a dozen margaritas each. And so he's not only a good guy, but he really, really, really knows his stuff. And he's very, very generous with his time. And so for all you folks that are part of our coaching program, definitely reach out to him and get connected. The guy totally rocks. So my favorite Canadian, Mr. Shane Johnston, welcome to the call, man.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Doing good, doing good. So I'm going to just flip over and give you the screen. And
Sounds good.
fired up, man. Fired up for what you got to share here.
All right, just let me know when my screen comes in here, okay, guys?
Yeah, you are good, brother.
Is the audio good too?
Yeah, audio sounds great, and I do see a couple questions. I'm just going to knock them out real quick. Is that so? The question is, so why does the cost per click go down? The cost per click goes down because your click-through rate goes up. So basically, the more people want to click on your ads, the less your ad costs are going to be. So this is so interesting, right? So people think, so as just a goofy example, I ran an ad, and I do it every year, but I run an ad around the holidays that says Merry Christmas, right? And I'm just being a nice guy to say Merry Christmas, right? But I'm targeting chief marketing officers. I'm targeting my exact demographic, and I've got a big smiling face. And what happens is that people look at it and say, all these other people are advertising, trying to sell me stuff, and here's this guy that seems like a nice guy, and they click the like button. They interact with it. They like that because it's nice, it's friendly, it's not a marketing message jammed down their throat. So what happens is that click-through rate gets so high that my ad cost goes so far down, I'm able to drive, clicks for, 3 cents, 5 cents, 10-cent clicks, and then, you're getting likes to your page, you're getting people in your marketing funnel. So at the end of the day, it's click-through rate goes up, your ad costs go down, and you just want to keep in mind the more friendly you are with your ads, the more it's actually going to pay off. So just think about how can you give and add value in your ads and have friendly pictures and videos, and the less marketing messages, you're going to do much, much better.
For sure, for sure. I'm actually going to share with you guys probably about halfway through my session here. I'm going to get into the Power Editor. So this isn't going to be one of these webinars where we just tell you a whole bunch of what you have to do. We're actually going to get into the meat of how to do it. So it might get a little bit dicey because we're going to get into the Power Editor, and it's a little bit clunky. I'm going to forewarn you if you haven't used the Power Editor. I noticed in the comments that a number of you have been running ads, so this is going to be especially good for you, but even people who haven't run ads yet, the message from me is I just don't want everyone to be afraid of that Power Editor. It seems like it's a nasty beast, and it can be a little bit cumbersome, but once I show you a couple of really cool techniques, you're going to find it so easy. And as a matter of fact, I was talking to a couple of people that are in our private Facebook group today and yesterday because I did have a chance to do this presentation earlier in the week for them. And so they're already trying some of these ads, and they're getting results already. So these are people that have just tried it for the first time, and they used our techniques that we taught a couple of days ago, and within 24 to 48 hours, they're getting results. And I said, and they're all getting excited, right? They're posting about it, and they're talking about it, and they're asking more questions, which is good. And I said, once you get an opportunity to try running your campaigns using paid advertisement, you're going to forget about organic growth altogether inside of your Facebook page because it is just such a rush. It's like going from driving a little Volkswagen to driving a Formula One car. So just to start off with, I've got a couple of slides in the deck here. I'm just going to kind of give you a perception of a perspective of what's happening and why this stuff is working right now. And also I'm going to give you Shane's prediction on what he thinks the future of Facebook is going to be, and it is looking pretty bright right now. And I'm going to tell you why. And that's going to be key to understanding why we're teaching you how to use this. There's maybe 2 or 3 in particular kinds of ads that we're going to show you. Unfortunately, inside of the Facebook ad dashboard, there's about 27 different kinds of ads. And of those 27 different kinds of ads, there's all sorts of other permutations that you can run these ads. And so it gets a little confusing. We've kind of tested this for over the last couple of years and boiled it down to 2 or 3 that really work, especially for business pages. So I'll get right into it here. As I'm going out meeting our private clients, in some of the initial meetings that we go to, one of the first questions that I always get asked is, Shane, is Facebook really a professional platform that we can use to, drive traffic to and get real leads and real people that will actually, buy from us? Or is it just something where, it's a crazy platform where, kids are photobombing their friends while they're getting drunk, going out clubbing? Or guys like me, I love to post my Instagram pictures of what I ate for breakfast or my latest shake that I like to make. And so some people believe that Facebook isn't really a professional environment for running a business on. But what I want to tell you is that there's this whole subculture that's operating within Facebook that is definitely for business, and everyone's profiting from it. And the reason is that most business owners feel like Facebook isn't a professional enough environment, and it's too, social for a younger generation. So the good news is, as a business owner and entrepreneur, you can really capitalize on this right now. This is the time. I'd say over the next, say, 6 to 12 months, Facebook is going to start bringing in some new, easier ways to drive these ads and set them up. So as more and more people start to use it, people are going to get banner blindness. I saw somebody mention in the chat earlier that aren't people getting pissed off because they're seeing these sponsored posts or these ads appearing in their newsfeed, and sometimes that does happen. But I'm going to show you some really cool techniques of how to actually target so that your specific target ideal customer is going to be shown that ad and hopefully not anyone else. Now, you still might piss a person or two off. We've seen it happen, but sometimes that happens. Everyone doesn't like commercials too when they're watching TV. But unfortunately, if you're going to use a free, very large platform like this, they have to pay for the platform somehow. So here's just a little slide that I want to show you.
Shane, do you mind blowing that up a little bit? Just hit the that slideshow there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
There, is that better?
Oh yeah, boom.
Okay. So Comscore came up with this report as a 2013 Digital Future in Focus, and for anyone, I think a lot of people know Comscore, but for anyone who doesn't, they do a lot of investigative information on the social media world, and they said in this report that people are spending 83% of their time on Facebook as compared to all the other social media platforms, which when you think about that, it's very powerful. It's 50 times bigger than Twitter. And when we're out there, we always hear everyone talking about Twitter. I think in the entertainment world, more people are using Twitter than they are Facebook. So you tend to hear a lot about it. But when you look at it like this and boil it down to the actual numbers and you see how many people are actually using Facebook, I mean, think about it. We're on Facebook constantly all the time. The average time I've heard is that something like 3 hours per day that everyone's spending on Facebook. And they're logging into their dashboard multiple times. And we're doing it not just while we're at home, but we're doing it while we're on the subway or the train going to work. We're doing it while we're at work. And when you think about it in terms of how people are cruising through their news feeds, most of us, we're doing it on a mobile device of some kind, right? We're using our iPads, we're using tablets, we're using our smartphones that are getting better and better all the time. And so there's a really cool technique that kind of plays into this, and that is the way that we're going to show you how to set up these ads is these ads are going to be able to be displayed in the news feed for mobile and for desktop. And that's something you can't do in the self-service ad dashboard. You can only do it in Power Editor. So I'm going to show you the difference here in a little bit and show you how to get this, make sure you get your ads into the news feed for mobile as well. So here's sort of my top Facebook marketing super strategies and why I think that using Facebook for setting up ads and doing your marketing is going to really kill it over the next 6 to 12 months and probably right into 2014 too, because I really believe that Facebook is going to start rolling out some really cool features in the next little while, but they always go through a bit of a growth period where they're testing different things, trying to get it working, and sometimes it's a little glitchy. So we've got probably the next 12 months at least to capitalize on this. So the key features here are we build mobile optimized Facebook ad funnels. I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. And by using people like Roche, who's going to speak to us here in a little bit too, he helps us build the mobile responsive landing pages. Because remember, if we're building a funnel and we're building an ad that appears in people's newsfeed and they're on their mobile, if they click over to your landing page where you're creating your marketing funnel, you want to make sure that they're going to be able to easily see it. The buttons are going to be big, the font is going to be big, and they're going to be able to easily click through and sign up for whatever it is that you're offering. And if it's not, then they're going to back out right away. I mean, people bounce on landing pages much, much quicker on a mobile device than they do on a desktop because we grow impatient. When we're on our mobile devices, we're usually scrolling through the newsfeed very quickly. And if it doesn't load quickly and if you don't see those big buttons and make it easy for them to opt in, they're just not going to do it. So we've got a couple of really cool techniques that we've worked through with Roche, testing with our private clients, that allows you to get extremely, extremely high conversion rates on those landing pages. And it's because of that mobile aspect. And so as Nick mentioned earlier, the days of the right-hand column, postage stamp ad.
Oh, sorry guys. 1 second. I think his audio was muted, and not sure why that is happening. But Shane, you should be good to go to click unmute on your side, and that should. There we go. It must be a. We must have a competitor in here somehow muting us to try and derail this presentation, but they can't stop us from giving you this awesome information. And this tip coming up about the Power Editor, this is like literally the best stuff. So pens and pads, writing this would be the time to hop off of Facebook or silent the phone, because this is really a couple tips here that Shane's going to give is what really dramatically changes everything for your ads. So.
Yeah, so I mean, as I was saying earlier, people are cruising through their news feed on their mobile device while they're doing all kinds of other things, so we're multitasking. So if anyone is multitasking right now as I'm going through this presentation, please, you want to make sure you pay attention, because in a couple of minutes here I'm going to show you a couple of cool tactics, and you do not want to miss it, because if you do, I'm not going to show you again. Right? It's going to be a one-time only, so pay attention here. So the other reason that I think that Facebook is a really bright opportunity for us right now is because of all the changes that they're making in our news feeds right now, right? Many of you have seen this, and they're starting to adopt those changes now that they announced about 60 days ago. And things like images are getting brighter, they're getting larger. We're able to scroll through those images really quickly and see them. They've integrated Instagram photos and now Instagram video. Video is looking awesome in there. So it's all kind of eye candy in our news feed, and it makes your eye attracted to it, right? So what we're doing is we're combining that eye candy attractiveness of really good quality videos and images. We're combining that with the ability to click through on the mobile devices, and that's what's going to be really powerful for you. So just a couple of examples. I won't spend too much time on this because I think Nick already talked about it, but here's a couple of our superstars that we've run ads for, including Nick himself. And Barb, we actually just finished her campaign about a week and a half ago, and it was only a 2-week campaign, believe it or not, on Facebook. She spent less than $3,000. She collected, well, it was $1,154 when we last checked, but I think it was over $1,200 when we finished.
Yeah, yep.
Right, and so her leads were coming in at $235 per lead on average, but as we were doing the campaign, we kept tweaking things. So Roche was working on the landing pages, making sure that those were getting dialed in so that we could get higher conversions, so that the people that we were sending to that landing page were opting in at a greater rate. And we were also dialing in the ads so that our click-through rate was getting higher. And just as Nick mentioned, as the click-through rate goes higher, it's an auction-based campaign, so Facebook rewards those good ads by giving you lower cost per click. So as your cost per click starts to lower and your optimization of your landing page starts to get better, we drive down the cost per lead, and we were able to actually, by the time we were about the middle way through Barb's campaign, we actually got her leads for about $1.40 a lead. So that's phenomenal. And she was able to turn around. Sorry, you're going to say something, Nick?
No, I'm good.
Okay. She was able to turn that around and do her live stream, and she sold, as Nick said, about $12,000 just from the Facebook leads. But overall, because we were doing a Facebook campaign, on her page she drove up to over 2,000 fans, and she started out with only 500. And her engagement levels were, I think, 4 when we started, but as we got through into the campaign, her engagement levels were approaching 2,000 people talking about. So that's likes, comments, and shares on all of the great information that we were sharing on there. So that helped drive sales that she was driving from her own email list. And so she was able to literally get over $65,000 in revenue from that. So when you think about that, $2,700, get $65,000 of sales revenue, I think there's some ROI there. So can you guys mention in the chat, do you think that Facebook could be considered a real professional platform that you could get leads and sales revenue from? Let me know what we're seeing in the chat.
We got lots of yeses. All right, well, cool. Let's dive in. Let's see that Power Editor.
Yeah,
let's do.
That's what I thought. All right, so let's switch over to Power Editor. Now, one thing about Power Editor, I've pulled it right up here so you can see it. Power Editor only really functions properly in Chrome, in Google Chrome, so make sure you're using that as your browser. and I'll just quickly show you. When you're on your home page, right, if you look over here on the left-hand side and you just click on the Ads Manager right here, and once you get into there, now this is the self-serve ad dashboard. I don't want you to use that because it's much more powerful in the Power Editor. They make it a little bit difficult to get to because it's way down deep here. But here's the Power Editor right over here. You just click on that and boom, we're into the Power Editor. So I've already pulled up the screen where we actually created Nick's ad. And this was the first ad that we created for his campaign, and it was only 2 weeks ago that we did this. So you can see the power of what we pulled through for him. He had almost 1,400 likes on that, 141 comments, and 164 shares. So the engagement levels are going crazy. So the way we made this is the first thing you're going to do. Now, anyone who's not paying attention, watch this because it's going to be, there's a couple of things that seem like they're really tricky, but once you get used to it, it's easy.
And real quick,
First
Shane, sorry to interrupt, but can you zoom in, what is it, Control Plus to just make your screen a little more zoomed? And then, guys, yeah, it looks good. And then, guys, what you can do too, yep. And guys, if you click that, if you're looking at the GoToWebinar viewer, you can click the little button to maximize the window so it ends up being full screen. That'll help a little bit too. Perfect, cool.
Okay, so you see how at the top here it says ad name and campaign name. So the difference is the ad name, that's when you create the actual ad, but the campaign is where you're going to set your budget. So the first thing that you want to do when you're working in the Power Editor always is to click on the campaign. And once you click on campaign, you can say create campaign right here. You see how it just popped up a brand new campaign? So all I do is just simply scroll down here to the bottom. I can name my campaign name. It's just an administrative name. Name it something intuitive so you can always remember it. And let me just bring that up. Can you see that better? So just name it an administrative name that you're going to remember, and this is where you're going to set your budget. Now right here there's a little drop down. You can set it as a daily budget, or you can set it as a lifetime budget and run your ad, and you can say, okay, well, I want to start it today and I want to end it in 5 days, and I would like to spend $100 on it. So what Facebook would do then is it's going to auction that out and spread your budget across the entire length of that campaign. Now what I typically do to get things rolling really quickly, and this is important because to get that high click-through rate that I was talking about, there's a couple of little tricks that are kind of unknown to a lot of people. So what I do is I'll start it out and I'll say, okay, let's set it up daily. The sweet spot is $100 a day. Now I know for some of you that may seem like it's out of reach, that's too much money. Wow, $100 a day, you can blow $700 a week. Well, don't worry about it. This is just to get things going and get the pump primed, because what happens is Facebook, as it starts to put your ad out there, it's going to uses this auction-based platform, and so the higher your budget and the higher your bid rate is, the more impressions they're going to serve out right away. And if you get a whole bunch of impressions right away, and you've done a good ad, that's good quality like the ones we were showing from Nick, then what's going to happen is you're going to get a lot of clicks. And if you get a lot of clicks within that first, say, 24 to 48 hours out of the gate, then Facebook is going to reward you with a better cost per click, and that's how we're able to drive down the cost per click. Now, once you just monitor it for the first little while. Once you see your cost per click is coming into line and you've got a really good price, you can go back into here and you can go into the Power Editor and just simply edit it back down to whatever you like for your budget. So if you want to pull that back down to $10 a day, then that's perfectly fine. All right. So that's the first part of it. Now, let me just get back down to the bottom here. Okay, so once you've done that, you don't even have to save this. You can just go ahead straight over to your ad area. And I'm going to show you, I'm not going to build an actual ad, I'm just going to show you the one we already created because it'll be a little quicker that way. And this way you see kind of behind the scenes with the way that we created this one for Nick. So in the first area, you're just going to name your ad again and just name it something intuitive. On the second little drop down.
And Shane, are you changing the screens, or are you on a different monitor, or is it paused?
Must be paused. I didn't change anything. I just went from the campaign area over to the ads area.
Okay.
Didn't pick it up?
No, it appears to be.
It's frozen?
Yep. Maybe if you click the pause the screen button and unpause it. Sorry, guys. Even GoToWebinar is giving us some challenges these days.
Okay, I paused it and unpaused it.
Okay, and I don't think that that worked. I'm going to steal the screen real quick. And let me see if you guys can see my screen okay.
Yep, I can see it.
You can see it okay? You can see me scrolling around?
Yep.
All right, so let me try and pass it back to you. Maybe it's a U.S.-Canadian thing, Shane.
Maybe. I don't know. How's it looking now?
All right, let me see. Okay, so it's not pulling through, so we can't see just yet. Okay, I think what we'll do is let me just log in, and we're going to have to, I'll just log into the Power Editor on that side. Give me 1 second.
Do you want me to just quickly log out and log back in again?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you try doing
Okay.
that?
Okay,
Perfect.
give me a sec here and I'll do that.
All right, 1 second, guys. Let me just pull this up on my end. All right, and I'm going to take the screen back. There we go. And just give me a yes or no. And here we go with the screen up. And just let me know if you can see everything okay. Awesome. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for bearing with us. All right, so here's the thing. You're just going to go to facebook.com/ads. And Ryan Dewey, if you don't mind, when Shane comes back on, can you right-click on him and make him an organizer so that we can bring him back on? I'm just going to roll with this in the time being. And so basically, what will happen is if you go to facebook.com/ads, or you can get there by going to your personal profile, clicking on the ads on the left-hand side, this is the big thing that Shane was talking about. Most people use this platform. This is the normal standard self-service Facebook ad platform to create ads. We're saying definitely don't do that. You want to come in here and you want to...
Again now, can you hear me okay?
There we go. We're back. Yep, and let me just see if we can give Shane the screen. All right, we're going to try it one more time. And if not, then I'll just keep rolling with it.
Okay, just coming up, showing my screen, and it's just my desktop.
Something funky's going on. Still can't see it.
Wow. Okay.
Perfect. All right, so I'm just going to run through it on my side.
Yours up?
Yeah, and then we'll just dialogue it together that way. Okay. Perfect. And just give me a quick yes again, guys, if you can see my screen okay. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So basically, this is, I was just showing on the left-hand side here. This is that button that Shane was talking about. This is where all the magic happens. You want to click on the Power Editor button. It's gonna pop up. And then we want to get to our campaigns. Okay, cool. Oh, pause campaigns. Oh, that's right. We've got a whole bunch of pause campaigns. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Where's the right ad here? Cool. And then, so Shane, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, click on the recent campaigns. It should come up there.
Where's?
It's where it says 4 in brackets at the top of it.
Why is this all different here? Oh, here we go. Yeah, see, I think this is, what is this pulling in? I got to download all my accounts again. Our account isn't pulling through.
Oh, maybe that's why. Yeah, that's one thing with the Power Editor too. It is a little bit clunky in terms of every time you make a change, you have to download information so that it's talking basically to the ad dashboard, and it's pulling in all of your statistics and information.
Yeah, so that was a quirky little thing there. So typically what will happen, I think, is basically, especially if you have multiple people that log in, so we've got myself and Shane will log into the same thing. So it's literally downloading all the information from your account into this Power Editor. So I just clicked the download button, and you can see how it all pulled up all the recent campaigns. And this right here is all of our ads just paused now that we're on the live stream here today. But this is one of the ads that we had rolling. And Shane, if you want to talk through any of this, let me know, and then otherwise we can go through it.
Okay, so now what you want to do is just click on the top area there where it says ads instead of campaigns.
Bang, bang, there we go.
And we need to select one of the page post ones.
There we go.
There you go. So now see how it's starting to populate? Oh, it didn't show, unable to display the preview of this ad.
Yeah, and guys, so basically, to go through this from the top, this is what Shane was talking about, is just naming your ad something intuitive, and this is the type of ad, so we're just going to go with regular ad, and then this is the big button that we want to click here, is that it's an ad for a Facebook page. And so when we talk about creating the Facebook marketing funnel, this is definitely why we want to have the Facebook page. So you're going to make sure that this is chosen so that you can market your status update or the video or the photo that you've used. And then this says destination, and we want to make sure that you choose the Facebook page that's associated with it. And you can see here that I've got my business page, which is Nick Unsworth. Now, just don't be confused, because my name is Nick Unsworth. This is an actual business page that's just personally branded. And this looks familiar, right? This is the ad that we had created here where we're marketing this Encore replay. So the ad pulls up here on the side. And so this is the status update that we made, and then now we're just running the ads to it. And then, Shane, do you want to just talk through the mobile and why that's cool?
Yeah, just before you go there, though, somebody was asking, I saw in the chat, that when you select, they wanted to know about the video post ad that we had shown earlier.
Sure.
And is this different? No, this is not any different than the video page post ad that we showed. The only difference is we're selecting a different post. We're literally putting a post on Nick's page, and then we're selecting that post right here in the Power Editor. And that drop-down, right, that Nick is pointing to there, you can select up to the last 26 posts, even if it's a video post. So in the case of that video post, you just select that video post.
Absolutely, and that's what's so cool about this, is that you can you just create your status update, then you come into the Power Editor like we've shown here, and then you can just literally choose the post that you just created. And right. And the big thing is that, as Shane talked through the difference between serving the ads on desktop and serving them on mobile, this one button right here, out of everything we've talked about here today, this is the big adjustment. This button does not exist on the self-service ad platform. The reason you want to be on the Power Editor here on Chrome is literally so that you can click this button so that the ad will be populated on their desktop and on their mobile device. And Shane, I mean, if we think about how this has changed our business, how it's changed the business for our clients, the ones that we run ads for, what it does is it's taking that newsfeed story. It's taking the newsfeed story, it's going to run the sponsored ad on the desktop, and when someone's on Facebook and they're just having fun, they're catching up with their friends, they're on their newsfeed on their mobile phone, they're going to see your sponsored story and that page post ad in their newsfeed on the phone. And if you don't click this button, it's so crazy, but your ads will not be displayed on mobile, period. Yeah. And so by clicking this button, this changes everything. Yep, go ahead.
I was just going to mention this one little tiny radio button is the magic sauce for how the entire campaign works. And the reason for that is because by doing this, we're forcing all of our ads to appear in the news feed, not just for desktop, but for mobile as well. And so unfortunately, or fortunately for all of us, because we all know now, Facebook has kind of buried this little feature way down inside of the Power Editor where most people don't know where it is. So now you guys all know the magic, and you can make it happen for yourselves too.
And that's, and with tracking all of our statistics back and getting over 70% of the traffic through mobile phones, and then it's kind of like, Shane said, where if you have a website that you're running your ads to, well, shoot, you've got to make sure that your website is mobile ready, right? So now in the beginning of this call, we talked about having a Facebook marketing funnel that's going to be mobile able. Have you ever looked at your website on a mobile device? How does it look? How do you think it's going to convert? Can you see it? So that's why for us, we always think of it in 3 phases. You've got strategy. You've got to know what you want to market that's going to be marketable on Facebook. Then you've got, does your marketing funnel convert? and is it going to be mobile ready so that you can capitalize on this? And then you've got sending the ad traffic. So I'm just going to blitz through this, and this is going to definitely shed some light on some of these other questions we're seeing pop back. So newsfeed, desktop, and mobile. You want to do all mobile devices as well. And the next thing is talking about audience. And so you'll notice here that in our case, we're targeting countries where it's primarily English-speaking. So you've got United States, New Zealand, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia. In my business, of course, we can do business all over, so that's why we're doing this. In your case, if you have a mortgage company and you're in Connecticut, you just target in Connecticut, right? Your age, zoom into your ideal customer. What's so beautiful about Facebook advertising is you can target to exactly who you want to. We had a question in there that says, well, shoot, I don't want to, if I do a status update on my business page, what if I don't want my family to be seeing all of my ads? Well, check this out. If your family is not within your demographic, then they should not be seeing your ads. The only person that we want to have see your ad is the perfect person. So we want to drill down in the age. We want to drill down in the location. Shane ran an awesome ad for our business coach, Suzanne Evans, and she has a huge market, huge following with just women. So we ran that ad and targeted just women, and she had a higher click-through rate than anyone we've ever worked with. This right here with precise interest, this is another key section. This is when you think of the things that really move the needle, that drive profit on Facebook ads. Precise interest, what this means is you can type in a keyword or an interest, and then they're going to pop up, right? So what I want you guys to do is first and foremost think of who are your top 3 competitors. So when you type in your competitors, do they have Facebook business pages? So the reason we want to think about competitors is because if your competitor has customers that you would love to, if you look at your competitor and you say, man, if I only had, more of their customers in your business, perfect. Then what you want to do is you want to just go to your competitor's website, go to your competitor's Facebook business page. You want to go to their website so that you can be sure that they have a Facebook business page. And if they do, then you can run an ad to the fans of their Facebook business page. So as an example, what's really cool about this is if I were to consider someone like, let's say, Mari Smith. She's an author, Facebook marketing expert, good friend. I love Mari. We think of it as, the industry is plenty big for all of us. But if I'm going to run ads and I think about her demographic, I could put in Mari Smith's Facebook page. So out of all the 50,000 people that are her fans, that if they're fans of her page, they'll see my ad, right? So it's very, very targeted because if they're her fans, it'd be great for them to be my customers. Hey guys, I'm getting a little bit of background noise, so I'm just going to do, or Shane, if you don't mind, just if you mute until I bring it back on, that might be helpful. Thanks, brother. So basically the precise interest, this is huge to have on the precise interest. So think first who are your top competitors and then just type in their pages. If they don't show up, I know it drives all of us nuts, but if they don't show up, that's because Facebook literally, it's a bug. Like I've asked my Facebook ad rep about it. If they don't show up, there's nothing you can do about it. It's not about the numbers of fans that they have. Sometimes some pages just don't populate. Now, if you type in someone's name and you see how there's that pound sign or the hashtag, that means it's a general interest. So what you want to make sure is that when you're choosing your competitors, you want to make sure that you're choosing their Facebook page and not the general interest. And what we like to do is we like to get this up to where, in my case here, there's 460,000 people. So I typed in a whole bunch of competitors. And the next section is about categories. We do not use these. These are the kiss of death on Facebook advertising. These are so general and broad, and the thing is that we don't want to have them be general and broad. We want them to be very targeted, very specific. So that's why you want to target your competitors. The other thing is that I like to always put in my own Facebook page, because if our goal is to get a lot of people interacting with our ad positively, even though we already have them as likes on our page, it creates more people that are interacting because they already know, like, and trust us. So I always, this is a big tip, because the more likes that you have on your page, when you share that status update, you're going to get some reach. When you market to your own fans, you're going to get more and more people that want to interact with the ad, which is really, really good and beneficial. So a couple other things is that you can drill down further with advanced options. So we had if you're in real estate, you have a mortgage company. I did this for the largest lender in Connecticut. They ran an ad that targeted women that were engaged, 21 to 28 years old, lived in Connecticut, that were engaged. So their ad said, congratulations on being engaged. When you're ready to take the next step, be sure to download the McHugh Mortgage Home Buyer's Handbook. Boom. Let's talk about targeted. Doesn't get any better than that. So that's really cool. To target your own page, to solve that question, you're going to just type in the precise interest, your own Facebook business page. Now, another thing is in our marketing for this, we told you guys that you can actually upload your email list into the Power Editor, and you can run an ad to your own email list, and that would be a custom audience. Again, the reason is because if you email them once a week with the newsletter, that's following up, that's staying in touch. But then if you run ads to them at the same time, and you've got your marketing in two different places, you're creating more engagement, you're creating more brand exposure. It's very, very big. So further, we've got a new client in the 20-day challenge, John McAllister. He has a company that teaches kids in high school and college how to study for chemistry, right? So we'll talk about beautiful. We can come in here. We can literally specify kids that are in high school and college. We can even zoom in on their age, and he can run ads and share his company with that exact demographic. When we talk about pricing, the thing with pricing is that it's so counterintuitive, but Shane and I, we've tested this lots and lots of different ways. When you're doing the pricing, you want to pay for cost per click. So anytime someone clicks on your ad, you're going to pay. CPM is cost per million, or excuse me, per thousand. And what ends up happening is that when you're choosing your cost per click, they're going to give you a suggested bid. The suggested bid is 22 cents to 55 cents for one click. Now, why on earth are we bidding $2.37, right? The reason we're actually bidding more is because we want to make sure that our ads get displayed, because we know that they're going to have a high click-through rate, and it's going to drive the ad cost down. So it seems counterintuitive, but we want to get those good clicks, and we want to actually be on the high side of the bidding. And you just got to trust us on that one. We've trusted it many different ways, and it's going to lead to you getting the best results with your ads. So that's the crash course. Shane, I know that you're unmuted here. It looks like you're muted from an admin. Let me see. All right, Shane, we got you back live?
Yeah, I'm still here now.
All right, cool. So from here, any last comments on this, Shane, before we move on? I know we're getting a little close to the yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention two really quick tips to make sure that your click-through rate comes out strong. One is in terms of your precise interests. Somebody was asking, how many can we target in there? You can target as many as you possibly can to get your total number of targeted people up to about 250,000 to 500,000. That's kind of the sweet spot. So as you can see on Nix, it's 460,000. Just make sure that when you do select your precise interests that they are highly targeted to your ideal client. Now you can test them one at a time if you like, just to make sure, but sometimes you pick one that isn't all that targeted, and it can actually bring down the average click-through rate for you. So just make sure you're picking really good ones. And the second tip on the pricing and status, if you can just go back to there quickly, Nick. When you're doing your bid on the suggested range, always pick the CPC, like you were saying. And the suggested bid, though, sometimes it's a little bit funny. I've seen it actually come out sometimes where it's really, really high. So don't worry about that. It's just a suggested bid, and it can be a little bit buggy and funky. Just put in, I like to put in a high bid. As you can see, I put in $2.37. I just go really high to make sure that during that auction of your ad, that your ad comes out very strong in the beginning. Don't worry, it's not going to end up costing you that much, because if you've got a really good ad with a high click-through rate, the price is going to drop immediately. Okay, that's all I had on that.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, and so basically the way, as far as the difference between CPM and CPC, guys, you can try it both ways, but I really want to caution you not to, because we find it incredibly challenging using CPM to create profit on the ads. So cost per click, always the best. That's why we're teaching it this way. As far as your click-through rate, on this particular ad, we're humming around 1.6% to 2% and change. Anything over 1% I would consider good. Many of the ads that Shane was running for our our done-for-you clients. I mean, we were, humming above 2%, all the way up to, Suzanne Evans was 5% and change. Now, you want to keep in mind, those are incredibly high click-through rates for these, right? And in most cases, people are getting 0.05% because they're running on the right-hand side. So you're talking like 10, 15, 20 times better results by running within the newsfeed versus the right-hand side. So that's one of the things that the click-through rates are dramatically different that way. So what we're going to do, I'm going to jump back to the presentation real quick.
While you're jumping over, I just mentioned too that the way that boils down for a business is you're going to go from, if you've been running some of those right-hand side ads, sometimes it can cost you $8, $9, $10, as much as $15 per lead to bring leads in because you're not getting the clicks. Now you're going to be able to get clicks, as you saw in the case of Bard Wade, for under $2 per lead, which is phenomenal. So, in business, the businesses that can spend the most on marketing are the ones that are going to win out. So you're going to beat your competition every time by using these techniques. Absolutely,
absolutely. And guys, so the big thing here is that by running these marketing funnels, we're able to get customers in a short period of time. Now, the reason I think that this little piece here in the training is really important is because it's, as you can tell by running these ads within the news feeds, they're super engaging. I mean, you've got people that are literally commenting and interacting with you, and that's what makes it so special is that, people are not, they're seeing an ad where you and your team members, if you have them, or just you, right, you're commenting back and forth. So your ad is this living, breathing thing that's in the news feed, and that is so different than a commercial. Commercials are one-way promotions, or ads are always one way. This is a dialogue. So the whole thing is that as a business, this strategy will help you get customers fast. Now, once you have the customers, we just want to encourage you to over-deliver. So a lot of our, we're always just, with our team and our business, we just live and die by the concept of over-delivering with our customers and clients, because that is how we want to grow. We want to use Facebook ads to bring in fresh new customers that are ideal, and then we want to over-deliver and kick butt for them so that we can then get referrals, so that we can then have them write testimonials, and then they share them to their friends on Facebook. And that type of word of mouth, that really becomes our content. So if you think about it, right now all we're doing on Facebook is we're creating a status update and we're running ads to it, right? And that's content. Now, the way we run our business is we don't have a tremendous amount of time to create lots and lots of content for our page. And for most business owners, you don't probably have the time to create lots and lots of content for your page either. So at the end of the day, if the content is an ad once a week that you're, a photo or a video that you're running ads to once a week, that's enough. From there, if once a week you can have one of your customers share their experience and tell people why they loved working with you, and you were to get that to share and broadcast on Facebook, and you're going to have that as content that you share to your fans as well, then that becomes your content strategy. So what we want to do is we want to over-deliver. We want to make sure that you guys, are doing that for your customers so that you can get those reviews, get those testimonials, and then you want to be able to market them, right? So the way I look at it is all you have to do is create an unexpected, do something that's nice for your customers that's unexpected, right? As an example, Zappos.com, the biggest online shoe retailer, they sold to Amazon. They built their business using this very exact strategy. Their book called Delivering Happiness is one of the best business books you can read because it's relevant to how we market on Facebook. So all they do is that when someone would buy their shoes online, they would actually have an expectation that they would get the shoes in, let's say, 5 business days. And what would happen is they'd get an email that would say, congratulations, you've been upgraded to a free VIP, and we just overnighted your shoes. They're going to be there tomorrow morning, right, or tomorrow afternoon. And it just floored people. It completely wowed them, created these wow experiences, and people went nuts. So Zappos didn't have a marketing budget for the first 3 years in business. They just used this technique to get out and to get word of mouth. And so for you, again, for your business, what is the unexpected thing that you can do for your customers that creates that type of experience so that when you ask them about their experience and they say that they're super excited and they're thrilled, then you just say, would you mind sharing that on Facebook? And would you mind tagging me? Because if you use the instant referral strategies, you use Facebook ads to get customers, then it's like Perfect. Why are you excited about our coaching program? Why are you excited about this? Or what did you love about the webinar? Or what did you love about our product or service or the shoes you just bought? When they tell you, then you just say, would you mind sharing that on Facebook? And if you were to take what you just said, share it on Facebook, and if you could tag my business page, just to tag the page, then it's going to share to your fans, so your fans get to see, then it's going to share to their friends. Because at the end of the day, if I worked with you and I loved your service and I were to write about that to my friends on Facebook, and if I had 500 friends on Facebook that see that, can you see how that's so much more powerful than me giving you one referral to one person, right? You have the opportunity to touch so many people. So Facebook is where people interact. It's where they communicate. And if you tap into this, this is going to help. This is going to help you get to take the one, if you were to get 10 customers through Facebook ads and use this strategy, and you can turn those 10 into another 20, right? So it's a very, very cool strategy. At this point, what I'd like to do is, give me one second here. And Shane, if you could just talk through some of your experience with the fan review strategy, and I'm just going to swap out headset real quick.
Oh, for sure, yeah. So in terms of the fan review strategy, what part are you talking about with contests?
Hey, Shane, if you guys want, I could hop on. I could show you guys a quick example of how I used the fan review strategy with one of my recent clients.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If Ryan Dewey can give you the screen, that'd be good.
Yeah, no problem, guys. One second. Okay.
All right. Are you guys seeing my Facebook up?
Not yet. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. We're all good. Jim Spectrum's up there. All right. Well, the recent client that I took on, Nick, I guess, is switching over headsets. He didn't really get time to introduce me. My name is Ryan Skelly. Over the past year, I've been following Nick and his strategies. Literally, those are the only strategies I've been implementing on Facebook. And I've been able to create my own business here in the local market, and I work with numerous hotels, restaurants, gymnastic places like this, even funny things like blow-up inflatable rental companies like that, and we've been able to have success over and over again with the strategy. Now this client, their ideal client would be mothers who have children who are from the age of 1 up until 12. Now what we did is we actually ran a campaign with the fan review strategy. We sent them to a landing page, and the way they entered the contest was to leave a review on the page, and they got such and such, it was 3 entries for a review, and then it was 2 entries for an email address. Well, as you can see, this one that you're seeing right here is a custom audience where we inputted what Nick was talking about before, their email list of 1,100 people, and we targeted them on Facebook. We also sent out an email blast, but those only get open, I think it was about 25% open rate on that one, which is pretty good. But this, we were able to touch them on other points of contact, which was in Facebook, in their news feed. As you can see, this is just mobile. That's why we were able to get such a high click-through rate here. And after that, what I also did is I targeted people around the surrounding town. We didn't want to go too far out, so 25 miles was about as far as I wanted to extend it out, because people don't want to drive more than about a half an hour for stuff like this. We targeted people who are only female and who are married or who have not specified whether they're in a relationship or not, because not everybody, whether they're married and they have kids, not everybody wants to make that known on Facebook. So you kind of want to also throw in that they're not specified the relationship status. But we also targeted, things that mothers would like Pottery Barn Kids, MyConnecticutKids.com, Parenting.com, and this was displayed just. I was doing a little split testing. This is actually just in the home feed, and this contest, what it did for us, if we go back to the page, we sent it to the landing page, which is not this. Hold on, let me bring that up for you. It's a special giveaway that we did. We made a big deal about it. put it up all over their gym. They made sure that every mom that came through their funnel knew about this contest. They're giving away, a free birthday party, tournament classes, special event. When they got here, this is what they had to do. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Tell us why you like us. Tell us why you love us. Like the page because it is a Facebook fan-only contest. And then leave your name and email address. And then also create a little virality into it by having them share it with their friends. What this ended up doing is we got over 44 5-star reviews, 1 4-star review over the course of 3 weeks. And these reviews literally blew everybody off their seats. I mean, the outpour of emotion from the mothers and just talking about the business and why they love bringing their kids to this gymnasium and how the staff is great. That shot out to all of their friends on Facebook. So at the end of this, we were able to close. We got 223 new fans to the page. Our engagement shot through the roof. It's still up because I'm on an ongoing basis with them. So I'm posting content regularly every day, almost every day of the week. And the beauty is I know my target market is mothers. So I'm just supplying them with stuff that I know that they're it's gonna be relevant to them, that they could share with their friends, and it's something that they're gonna be passionate about. So why being a mother is worth it? Look at this. We got 19 shares, 19 people like this, and organic reach was up to 1,600 for a page that has 600 likes. That's very impressive for one post to get out there without spending any ad dollars. Through this funnel, we were able to get 74 new emails. And what we did with those emails is we sent them a 50% off offer to their first set of classes. And of those 50, we got to close 17 new moms into programs. So just think about that for a second.
That is crazy. 17 new clients. I mean, so I think what's so cool about this, Ryan, is that what you're showing is that on low budget, local town, local brick and mortar business, you can run the ads, $139, create 17 new clients. Customer value is far, far more for 17 clients, more than $139. Absolutely. Monetize this whole process. And guys, I think the big takeaway here is that it started with the flow of, number one, you've got strategy. What is the strategy for that local business? You can see how Ryan Skelly ran the ads to the landing page. So you've got number one is strategy, and what is their offer going to be? So he helped them create their strategy. So every business is different. You got to know your strategy. Number two, he built that landing page for them so that they could have a place where they could collect those email addresses, that they could ask people for those reviews. And then in step three, help them run the ads, and on a $139 budget brought in 17 new fans, 17 new customers. And then not only those customers, I mean, built their email list a little bit, created the engagement. So that right there that's exactly what we want to do and have duplicated. And what we're going to do, we've got lots of people asking about what other services that we have and how do we help you create your strategy. So I really hope that through the training here today, that in the beginning we shared examples of strategy and how you guys can figure out what yours are and create the page. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab the screen back, and I'm going to talk through. I'm going to talk through some other options for you guys that are asking about how can you further work with us. So we do have a done-for-you package that starts at $7,500, and of course for many people that's a big investment. We are very proud that our done-for-you clients, we've got a couple on the line here. Vanessa, it's great to have you here. It's great to have Dave as well, and basically the thing for that is that we manage and do all this stuff for you. So we'll build out the landing page. We'll help you develop the hooks and the marketing and the follow-up sequence and all that good stuff. And of course, it's a big investment up front. But the way we look at it is, would you spend $7,500 if you're going to get back $40,000 in 20 days or 30 days, right? So that's what it's about. So we're able to create a good return on investment even when we do it all for you. Now, I'm not saying that price point works for everyone. Many people's businesses are in different places where you don't have that kind of investment. So I'm going to share a very, very affordable solution for you guys, and because we want you to take this information and we want you to run with it yourself. So we just gave you guys really good content about how you can build your ads. So you can absolutely take this and run with it for sure. And we really genuinely hope that you got a lot out of this. I think, just with the edits to the Power Editor and using the tips that we shared, you can absolutely be successful with it. The other option is if you want some hand-holding and you want more time with us and with Ryan Skelly and with Shane and our team, I'm going to share with you how you can do that. So today we've got a really special offer for you guys. We were basically on Tuesday, we maxed out the line, so many of you guys weren't able to be there, so we wanted to extend this offer for you guys as well. And so we have, with our company Life on Fire, we have what we call the 20-day challenge. It's a coaching program, and we're going to help build authority and attract the ideal clients within 20 days. So this is where if you want to hire us and work together, we're going to help you create all that within a 20-day period as well. So what that shakes down to is we have 10 live virtual group coaching sessions. So if you think this is good, they're only going to get better. We've got lots of special guest speakers, and they're very step-by-step. So where every single session starts with the process, and then it also has an action sheet so that you know what to do afterwards. Now, the purpose of the sessions is that in the very big thing, again, we think of it in 3 phases. We want to have phase 1, what is your strategy? And the cool thing is that on the first couple sessions, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about marketing funnel. What are you going to market for your business that's marketable, that's going to work with Facebook ads, it's going to help create the engagement, and that's going to help get people into your marketing funnel. Accountability. At the end of the day, I think that we all, as business owners, I know that for me, when I hired my first business coach, everything completely changed for me. I ended up selling the rest of the shares in my other business, and everything changed. Started completely taking off and kicking butt. So having a coach gave me accountability, and it's kind of like if you think about if you ever wanted to lose weight, diets are up and down, up and down, up and down. But don't we know how to lose weight? You just move more and eat less, right? But sometimes it takes hiring a personal trainer for you to actually get it done. So this is not just an information product. This is a coaching program. So with working with us, it's myself, it's Shane, it's Ryan, Dewey, Nicole, and Libby, and we've got a whole team so that we have this thing called No Man Left Behind. So you get on board with us, and we're really gonna, we're gonna give you a call. We're gonna make sure that you've got your logins, your information, and we're gonna help you get this stuff done because we genuinely want to create really kick-ass success stories and case studies. And then we do all the recordings in the members area too. So no travel required. It's $5,000 value. The second thing, and this is what makes us so GoToMeeting, muting me out again. So basically the second thing here is that we have the custom designed and programmed marketing funnel for you. So what's cool about that is now we say that these things, you want them to show up on a mobile device. So the big thing with that is we don't want you to get stuck in the tech, right? You're busy enough, you're running your business, so we're actually going to take this on, and we partner with that company named Social Rank. So I showed a couple of their slides. I know we're a little bit over on time, so Roche, the guy that owns that business, if he's still available, we'll have him talk in just a minute. But to actually build this stuff. So we would do the graphic design for you. So we'll teach you what to say on the page with the headline and how to structure it. And then this company, Social Rank Media, will make the page for you. They'll make it look gorgeous. They'll make your brand look awesome. And then they'll actually give you a website version, and then they're going to give you a Facebook tab version. Now the big kicker here is that they're both mobile ready, and that's the big thing. If the sweet spot right now is running ads on mobile on Facebook, you've got to have a website that's mobile able. And the thing is that people say, well, couldn't I just market my website? Well, here's the thing. If you market your website, I can guarantee you that it's not going to convert anywhere near what we can help build you that will convert, because if you're not marketing an offer that's going to work within Facebook, then it's not going to be worth it running ads. So we look at bringing, number 1, coaching and strategy. Number 2, let's do this design for you and make sure that you're going to be successful with it. So what's on the screen here is an invoice, and the invoice is of a local web design company that charges $1,500 for this stuff. And what's cool is that this is actually included for you guys as well. And moving on from there is that resources, templates, copy, and contest rules. So in the example with Ryan Skelly for that local business, they ran a contest. Now, if you're going to get some real contest rules drafted, I mean, attorney's fees, that could cost you $1,000, could cost you more. We've invested quite a few bucks to make contest rules as a template for you. If you're going to send the email like we suggest to get people to your offer, to your page, status updates, all that stuff we've got written out so that when we go through this 20-day challenge, when it comes time to market your page, we've got this stuff made. So instead of you reinventing the wheel, you're just painting it a different color, right? You're just taking the stuff we've already figured out and are using it. So we've already tested it not only in our businesses with lots and lots of clients so that you can make your life a lot easier, so that's always good. From there, we have a private Facebook group. Private Facebook group is great because we have 4 active social media coaches like Shane and Ryan Skelly. We've got Ryan Dewey. We've got Nicole Jolie. We have actually 6 total coaches and Libby Webb so that you can get your questions answered. I'm in there as well. We've got Donna in support. So we've got a whole company, a whole team so that it's not only no man left behind, but we want to make sure that you're able to take our coaching, run with it, and get your questions answered fast. Another big thing is networking because we've got one guy by the name of Ian Chambers. He's part of our 20-day challenge, and Ian, his market is chiropractors, and he teaches them how to market their business. Then you've got a woman named Ruby. Ruby's selling products and services to chiropractors. Imagine if the two of them talk, right? They've got the same market. They could we've got a strategy called the Social Alliance, and they can help each other out by referring each other business. We have a bonus called Triple Your Fans. This is how to create authority and get a lot of fans really quickly. And so all this stuff combined, it's $5,000 for the live group coaching sessions. We've got $1,500 for the Done For You design, $997 for the resources and templates. The Facebook group, it's really hard to put a value on that. Triple Your Fans, $197, and then we even have these bonus speaker sessions. So if you guys ever heard of Brian Moran of Get 10,000 Fans, Brian Moran is going to be doing a session about tracking and about how to track your conversions and how to make that simple. Brian Carter, I know we've got some big box brands here on today, so if you are a marketing director or a CMO for a large multi-billion-dollar company, Brian Carter has experience as working with corporations in their advertising. So that'll be a great session. We've got my friend Mara Glazer, Laura Rubenstein, Shanda Sumter, Rob Burns, James Hickey, and these are powerful sessions where they're meant to help give you some skills to really complement your Facebook advertising. And we even have Michael Burnoff, and Michael Burnoff is I would consider him like a Tony Robbins, and he's going to be doing a session on July 25th, and it will blow your mind because almost literally because he is a master at helping people. He's a master hypnotist, and he's going to help all of us frame up our mindsets so that we can get this thing done within 20 days and get more customers than we would have ever thought possible. And so we're going to really give you the full package here. And the value comes down to about close to $10,000 as well. So I want to ask you guys a question in the questions box, just for fun. What would you pay if you could be guaranteed to get 10 new customers within 20 days by using our strategies? What would you pay for that? What is your customers worth? $5,000, $3,000, $2,000. I'm just curious to see what people's feedback is. Of course, you're biased because you probably want to say less than what you want because you probably know that we're going to offer you a good price. But okay, so we've got a handful of people saying $3,000. Okay, and we have sold this in the past for that. So what I want to do for you guys is that this is something that is it's a really special program. We're really excited about it, and we're selling it for $2,000. If you want to jump on it with us today, you can actually jump on it for $997, and that's going to give you the coaching. It's going to give you the graphic design all in one, all together for only $997. Now, we're going to do that, and there's a coupon code, and the coupon code is all caps, and it's the word Fire Starter. And so this is a very special offer for you guys. We have only 100 folks total that we're taking on because we want to make sure that we have enough time so we can give everyone enough attention within the coaching program. And of the 100 people that we're taking on, we have 32 spots left. And what we're going to do is that anyone that gets started with us today, we're going to give you a couple additional bonuses for taking fast action. We're going to give you the product launch blueprint. It's a live session that's going to happen after the 20-day challenge, $250 value. We're going to teach you how to create and package your knowledge into a product and then sell it. So there's guys, Brendan Burchard selling this kind of stuff for a couple grand, and I've created a lot of products. We've had a lot of clients create products, and we can teach you exactly how to do it. Webinar conversion formula. Many of our clients and many of the folks that are joining the challenge want to know how to do this and how to run a webinar, and we're going to teach you that formula. And then we also have lots of folks that are local marketers and that are social media consultants, and they say, Nick, I am so sick of trying to create content for clients. I can't prove a return on investment. How do I do what you're doing? How can I run Facebook ads for clients so I can create a monthly recurring billing structure and build a real business? And that's the thing, is that we love focusing on Facebook ads because we can prove to you with Facebook ads, we can prove that we can help it create a return on investment. There's a reason why we have done-for-you clients that spend $7,500 with us, and they come back hugging us when we see them at an event or when we see them in person, because if we take in $7,500 and then they run ads for a couple $1,000, but they make 40, 50 grand, I mean, it makes sense. So the whole thing is that we're going to teach any social media consultants that strategy as well. And for the folks that are here right now, we're always about taking massive action, and we really, really like to reward that, because this is called the 20-day challenge because we're really looking to work with the right people. This isn't one of those hypey type info products where people are where we're just trying to sell to make money. We really want to create case studies. We want to work with folks that are going to implement. So, it's kind of like P90X. We're coming straight at it. We're looking for the right people, and we're only taking on so many people. So, for the first 10 that take action, we want to reward that. We're going to give you guys a 30-minute one-on-one strategy session with myself or Shane or a team member. And the cool thing about that is that just some additional one-on-one time. It's for use at any time throughout the challenge. It's your call, and that's additional one-on-one time where we can help you develop the strategy. I'm good for about 9 out of 10 times. I nail the strategy for my clients within 30 minutes, and I'm very, very good at helping you figure out what's marketable within your business and framing it up so that we can get you into design, and our done-for-you design will be created for you. So what I want you to do is, if this is a home run for you, if you want to give us $1,000 and then we can help you earn back, 5-figure results for your business, then if you just grab your credit card, what we're going to do is on the next slide, I'm going to have a website. The website, if you go there, we're going to then track based on this time, the first 10 people that hop in, and we're only going to be able to take up to the total 100, so there's 32 spots total left. So if you go to the 20daychallenge.com, and if you click on that page, then there's an add to cart button, and you just want to make sure that you type in the coupon code to save $1,000, which is Fire Starter. And Ryan, if you could pop that into the chat as well, and we can make sure that everyone has that as well. Sweet. Awesome. All right, and then I'm just going to type this in there. So it's www.the20daychallenge.com. Vanessa Horn, our done for you. What's up? Vanessa Horn saying you guys are great. She's fired up. We've got our first big call with Vanessa, and I think what's so cool, Vanessa, is that we are going to absolutely crush this with you, and she's going to be, you guys are going to see, we'll be featuring her success story soon, and I think you guys are going to be hearing a lot from her. So if you guys do, if you would rather have us do it all for you, of course, you can just reach out to us and let us know. And we, of course, like doing the done-for-you clients if it makes sense. We don't take everybody. We want to make sure that we can get a good return on investment for you. But this 20-day challenge is certainly a great next step or other option, because it's only $1,000. And I'm going to pop the link in there. Awesome, guys. We got a lot of people saying that they're in, so welcome, guys. We have Joe, welcome, Joe, and Carolyn, and Clayton, and Chris, and Frank. Awesome. Looking forward to doing the strategy sessions with you guys. And all right, sweet. So my man Ryan Dewey, my team member, is saying that we have Roche. Okay, so we've got a couple folks that have already been jumping on, so we're down to 25 spots total left. I think we still have some room in the first 10. So welcome to all you guys. Oh, 23 spots left. Awesome. Well, welcome, guys. Welcome to the team. And let me do this. If Roche is still available, I'd like to have him on. It's a long shot. It's very much a long shot because he is a busy man. He's a busy man, but let me see here. Oh, yeah, there we go. See if he's still here. What's happening, Roche? Oh, and I think I'm trying to unmute you. There we go. What's going on, Roche?
Hey, what's going on, my man? Nick, still here, my man. You are crushing it as usual.
Dude, well, awesome. And guys, so Roche, I kind of stole his thunder. I went through some of his slides, but he is our partner that is doing the done-for-you graphic design for everybody. So he is just built an awesome business. Shoot, he was telling us on Tuesday, he wasn't bragging, he was just showing a picture of, he had an interaction with the White House, and he's got clients like Ford and Armani, and just total rock star, and Roche. So welcome to the call, and I'd love to hear what your involvement is going to be on the 20-day challenge.
Yeah, sure, man, sure. So, I just want to thank you for having me on and letting folks know, like, before I even dive into that stuff, how lucky you guys are to have Nick, play such a role in your business, especially with Facebook. We've worked with Nick for a little while now. We've been, on the back end helping Nick, developing these custom pages and Facebook tabs, and it's just success story after success story after success story. So, just for that, Nick, I know you're not a guy that, you're a little modest, but I need to put it out there. You are a freaking rock star at what you do. And, what are we doing here? What's the relationship here? And what are we bringing to the table? And that's really, the custom design aspect for what's going on here. Why is, Instagram doing so well? Why is Facebook giving more space for images? Why are they, incorporating video now? Why is, Pinterest rocking it, in terms of stats? Because images matter, visuals matter, and you said it right. And that's what we're bringing to the table. We're working with your clients. I mean, you're hiring us to work with your clients to really make them have a kick-ass presence on Facebook, and not just a kick-ass presence, because anybody could go to Elance or Scriptlance or Odesk or any one of these outsourcing sites. Anyone can do that. Anyone's free to do that. But the big thing here is that having worked with all the clients that we have, having worked with the White House and Armani and Ford and Starbucks and all these companies, is that we don't have a team of just designers. We have a team of marketing designers, right? So they know how to engineer the design in such a way to where you're going to get a specific outcome. And in this case, most of the time it's clicks, it's signups, it's opt-ins. And working together with you, we've been able to get some insane opt-ins, which is what it's all about, So that's what we're bringing to the table, Nick. We've got funnels built out, we've got templates built out. We're going to work with your folks to really create a kick-ass, not just Facebook tab, but mobile page as well, because we know that you need to be mobile, especially if your ads are going to be promoted to folks on mobile.
That is so awesome, my brother. And it's we're marrying the two biggest things. It's coaching, and then on the other hand, you've got Roche with the design. And for me in the past, it's been a real nightmare working with graphic designers. If they don't know marketing, it's been a real nightmare getting changes made. And these things you have to tweak and you have to test. And you go to the local market, you spend $1,500 on the graphic design, and they don't have a clue about sending traffic to it. They don't have a clue about what converts, and it blows my mind that you end up in that boat where you're spending so much money and you're not even getting something that's going to work well for you. So that's why we did this, because we just wanted to bring together the coaching so that we can teach you how to set everything up step by step and do it right, and then bring it in Roche so that we can help you create. We help you frame up the offer. They'll help design it so it looks awesome. You've got a website page that's going to work. It's going to be mobile ready, can be set up for success, and then let us help you on the ads so that within 20 days you can create results. And so again, it's I think it's awesome that we're coming at it head on with the 20-day challenge. People think we're crazy because they said people want to buy, hype, and they want to buy the shiny objects. And I was like, well, screw it. We're not here to just make money. We're here to build real, genuine business relationships that are going to be long lasting. We're here to create success stories, and we're here to build friendships with cool entrepreneurs and business owners that are going to take action. So, we want to come at it and just call it a challenge, because the challenge is going to be, we're going to have some cool competitions. I mean, we've got lots of people that are fired up. We've got lots of people that are really looking to blow this thing out, and we're going to be doing cool things like we're going to be celebrating some of our top success stories. We're going to be running ads and marketing and sharing our top performing clients and things like that. So we'll make it fun. We make it engaging. It's going to be some work. We're going to have you roll up the sleeves a little bit, but it's never painful when we're telling you what to do, and then you just have to do a couple, you have to just do a couple things, come back to the next session, do a couple things, come back to the next one, have Roche design the page, and let's hope we get the results. So it's going to be super fun. We'll make it fun as we do it, because if work isn't fun, then no one wants to do it, period. So we like to have fun on the team. And I just want to also say welcome. We've had even more folks jumping on. So welcome to Suzanne. We've got Chris. We've got Eva. Awesome. Welcome. And perfect. And so, yeah, if you guys, we have some people still asking how to get on. It's just the 20daychallenge.com, the 20daychallenge.com. Definitely be sure to type in the code FIRESTARTER and save $1,000. Brings the price to $997. We do have a to-pay option for you because we don't want money to be an obstacle. For me, I know that when I got started, I was $50,000 in the hole. And I only had $100 of credit card room to get my ad started. We showed you an example of that local business spent $139, and they were able to get 17 clients just a couple weeks. So money, shouldn't be a big obstacle if you think about it in terms of I spend $1,000 to then get X amount of clients in 20 days. That really should be what's the conversation that's going on in your head. The other thing is that if you're on the fence, I just want to encourage you to just make a decision, yes or no. If it's a no, that totally no big deal. If it's not for you, then it's best that you don't do it. But if you're on the fence, I would just say jump on because we only have so many spots, and if you're going to do it, might as well take advantage of the free 30-minute consultation, some of these bonuses. And I do also want to make sure that it's known for everybody that we're so confident with our ability to generate results working with you that we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not happy with the results, it's literally our policy is you can just refund and you get all your money back. Now here's the thing. It costs us money when Roche does the graphic design for your business. We pay for that, right? So that obviously, it's part of your $1,000 investment is the graphic design. So here's what I'm willing to do is that if you were to ask for a refund, you'll get all of your money back, 100% of it within 30 days. But in addition to that, we'll still let you keep the page that Roche built for you, your website version and the Facebook tab version that's mobile ready. So that's how confident we are that you're going to like the training, that's going to create results for you, that we're even willing to lose money in the event that you were to ask for a refund. So we're confident because we're attracting the right entrepreneurs. We've got a kick-ass team of coaches that'll help you get it done, and hop on board and hop on board, get fired up, and let's do this thing and help you get some customers. So what I'm going to do is just say another welcome to all the folks on board, and we do have some questions about what about physical products. So here's the thing: physical products comes down to strategy. Obviously, doing a webinar for a physical product is not necessarily the best strategy. So this is what we do: is we'll help you figure out what's the best strategy for your business, right? So if it's a physical product, doing things like we've got a client that's on the 20-day challenge. She has a camera bag. It's a bag for photographers called the Shoot Sack. Well, the cool thing about that is her strategy involves Facebook offers. Her strategy involves getting reviews and having those share, kind of like what Ryan showed about that local business. So it absolutely can be done. And what I think about it as, if you've got physical products, how else are you marketing them? How else are you getting results? This is something that any business needs more traffic. Any business needs more leads. and Facebook ads, I've yet to be stumped with a business that we can't add value for and can't run ads successfully for. So definitely, I will take the Pepsi challenge on that all day long to be able to help you create success with physical products, for sure. And what I'd like to do too is let's bring on Mr. Shane Johnson, because Shane is one of the guys you definitely want to get to know. We've got Ryan Skelly too, so I'm going to unmute you guys. And Ryan Dewey, our other team member, our operations guy, he's the guy really keeping an eye over customer support in lots of different areas. He's been answering many of your questions here in the chat. And guys, any feedback or your thoughts as to why you're fired up about the challenge, or if you want to just dialogue about some Q&A. Let's do it.
Well, it's Shane here. I just wanted to say welcome to all the new members, and I'm really stoked to see you guys all in the private group and start answering some questions and get your businesses rocking out.
Awesome, guys. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, this is Ryan Skelly here, and I just want to congratulate everybody who's taken action. The thing about this is I started following Nick about 18 months ago. It took me a little while to dive in, and then once I finally started taking action, things kind of fall in place in life when you start doing that. Life's all about being fully engaged. There's enough problems in the world. You don't need to create more in your head. Life's a lot easier when you got momentum behind you. And the beauty about this product is the done-for-you aspect with Raj Khanna and his team over there. It's phenomenal work. It's going to convert. And the accountability that's built in with the team that we have here and the Facebook group, like Nick said before, no man left behind. That's literally what we go by. Goals are temporary, skills are permanent. Let's teach you those skills, and let's push through, and let's make some crazy case studies for you guys.
Dude, I love it. Goals are that is awesome. What was the saying there again?
Goals are temporary, skills are permanent. And I learned that from your first guest that you'll have on, Michael Burnoff. I took his one course that Nick actually sent me his way, and that was my biggest grossing month after I followed Burnoff's teachings.
Yeah, that is, and it's such a good way to look at it, because at the end of the day, when you finish this thing up and you see how we frame up the strategy and you have the page, you've got the assets, and then we teach you how to run the ads, you do have the skill, so that you can continue to tweak and optimize on your own, and you can continue to get results. And the way I look at business is that there's lots and lots of different ways to get leads and get customers, but until someone shows me a more cost-effective way than this Facebook marketing strategy, then I'm going to keep doing this, because to get a 5 times return on your investment on your ad spend is crazy. This is, if you guys are here today and you came because of an ad, then you're, and we've had tons of folks. Just on this, I know it's kind of awkward to share this, but just on this alone, we ran our ads for this. We had over 4,000 folks register. We've done the majority of our customers that came into the 20-day challenge has been through Facebook ads. And at the end of the day, why we love it so much is because it's very targeted. We're attracting you guys that are entrepreneurs and business owners. It's not folks that are just that don't have a business. We're looking for folks that are serious, that want to implement the strategies, get some kick-ass results. So it's fun, because as long as you take action, we can make sure it's going to work for you and make it happen. So cool. We've got some folks saying if you've got questions that you'd like to get some personal attention on as well, you can email Ryan at lifeonfire.com. We did have a handful of people that were asking about the done for you as well, that the $7,500 package. Of course, that is where we are doing, literally everything for you, so that you're not even on the live calls. And, if you are a larger business and you have the budget, of course, we wouldn't say no to that. But if you want more information about the Done For You package, or if you want to get any questions answered, I'm going to put it in the chat box. It's Ryan at lifeonfire.com. And Ryan, anything on your side? Any questions that you'd like to cover that you're seeing in the chat? Any feedback? Oh, and we might have a little audio issue there. Let me see here. Hold on one second. And so Mr. Ryan Dewey, got you on here. Oh, I think we have a little issue with his audio. Cool, no worries. Well, basically you can email Ryan at lifeonfire.com, and Ryan is our operations officer, and Ryan is will really help you guys with any questions that you have, and we'll get back to you within just a few hours to 24 hours max. We're a little slammed just with all these promotions, but at this point,
Nick,
yeah.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we're good. There we go.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, most of you, I was able to respond back to your questions directly. So if you have any other questions, you are welcome to email me, Ryan, R-Y-A-N, at lifeonfire. I had somebody ask, when does the 20-day challenge begin? So the first day of the 20 days is on July 25th. We actually have a call that's kind of a prep call next Tuesday, though, on the 23rd, to just kind of get everybody on the same page and mindset as well as logistics. So definitely jump on that. We are super, super excited for everybody that's taking action and moving forward. And Dr. Roche had a great quote. He said, "The winners are busy taking imperfect action while the losers are still creating the perfect plan." So another great way of saying that is, don't spend all your time getting ready to get ready, and that taking action inspires motivation faster than just about anything else. So I'm definitely proud of the people that are taking action and moving forward. We're excited to work with you guys, and you may already be able to tell that we're quite a bit different, and we do things quite a bit differently than the typical internet marketers that are out there. We're giving out our direct email addresses. Usually people are pretty untouchable. You don't even know if they're actually alive or not sometimes. And we really are looking to just have everybody get significant results. We're putting a lot of our personal time and energy into this, and it really is our commitment that you guys will have implemented results at the end of the process. You're going to have to do some work, but that is our commitment to everybody here. So we're holding ourselves very highly accountable. Like Nick said, we'll have money on the line if anybody wants a refund. So over-deliver is a word that comes up pretty much every day around here, and I think you guys will quickly see that things are quite a bit different. So Eva, you just moved forward, so congratulations. We're looking forward to working with you. That
Awesome.
means I think there are 9 spots left right now.
Perfect. And then Risa will definitely, Ryan, I'm sure if you can see that question with Risa, we'll definitely make sure that we get that answered for you. And just to clarify, as far as the ad budget, as far as the 20-day challenge goes, we are talking about Facebook ads because we love the fact that Facebook ads are helping us to drive a lot of customers. But here's the thing. When I got started, I had such a tiny budget. In the event, if you don't have a big budget for Facebook ads, that's okay. What we're going to be teaching email strategies, and we've even had clients, we have had guys, we had one guy, Christopher McIntosh, a local insurance agent, didn't have a budget, didn't have an email list, brand new insurance agent, like the guy sold property and casualty insurance. He was in auto insurance, and he didn't have any assets that he could use to get started. And what did we do? We created his strategy, and then when it came time to how we're going to get this guy traffic, then I said, well, shoot, you don't have anything we can work with, but you know what you do have? You do have friends. You do have people that you know, not many people, and he texted a handful of people. He called some people. He emailed people in his Gmail inbox, and he asked people to send him referrals, and he had people sending referrals to his offer page. And the guy still did eight customers. He got his first 8 insurance policy customers within 3 weeks. And that's cool. So, you don't have to have a big Facebook ad budget. Another thing, as far as what Shane said about the $100 a day, we're not saying to spend $100 per day, and that's not what he necessarily said. He was saying that to get your ad approved quickly, you can put that up there in the beginning, and it's going to help you get a lot of impressions fast. But we've had plenty of folks that will do, $10 a day, right? And or you could do $100 of a total ad budget. So we can work with lots of different budgets. So keep that in mind. I think probably the biggest thing that you'll take away from this is going to be figuring out what your strategy is and building the marketing funnel, it's really more of having Roche and Social Rank build the funnel for you, and then we'll teach you how to market it. And we'll teach you Facebook ads, but if you have to do other methods, then that's all good too. We're going to teach them all.
Hey Nick, this is Ryan again. One other thing too, we've had several people ask if they're going to be out of town at some point during the challenge or during the 20 days, if that's going to be a problem or when it starts. That's not really an issue at all. We're not going anywhere, so we're still, again, accountable to you getting results. All of the sessions will be recorded and archived in the members area, so if you're somewhere remote, you're not able to be on them live for whatever reason, they will be accessible within hours. You'll still have access to the private Facebook group. Social Rank will still do their part. Roche's team will still do their part as far as the design goes. So again, I'm going to go back to Nick's comment of no man, no woman left behind here. We'll definitely make sure that you get taken care of, even if you have to start a couple days later or skip a couple days in between. So we're here to make sure you're getting results and you're getting everything implemented.
Wow, awesome, man! Really, really good, good way to explain that. And yeah, we've had folks that folks are going on vacations and different things like that, and we'll make it work. I mean, they'll, like you said, they'll have all the recordings and things in there. As far as the session times, we're going to be putting out the schedule. We're going to have an announcement tomorrow. Ryan will email all the folks that are part of the 20-day challenge the schedule tomorrow. We have a session. I'll give you a couple dates. We have a bonus session. We try and over-deliver. I know this was supposed to be a bit of a surprise for you guys, but I'll just say it now. We have a bonus session on Tuesday, July 23rd at 5 p.m. Pacific. On Thursday, July 25th, we have Michael Burnoff at 12 p.m. Pacific, and he's going to be talking about mindset. And this guy is absolutely unbelievable. I've watched him literally transform people's lives within minutes, helping them get over things like addictions, smoking. A woman had been horrifically abused for years and years and years, and he helped her get over that in a few minutes. I mean, he is an absolute he's a master hypnotist, and he's a master at helping folks like us master our own minds so that we can get more done in less time. And so he's going to kick us off big on that July 25th at noon, and he's going to help us get our mindsets all framed up so that we can really maximize this 20-day challenge. And then we're going to follow that session up with our first strategy coaching session at 1 p.m. Pacific, and then we're going to move on from there. So as far as good question is what's okay, so the start date for the 20-day challenge is going to be on Tuesday the 23rd. Tuesday the 23rd. And then that Michael Burnoff session is going to be on July 25th. And just so that you guys know, for us as a business, we're also doing lots of business coaching and some done-for-you stuff. So this program is something that we're excited to deliver it live because we help get the best results that way. And it's not something that we're going to run again live. It's something that it requires a tremendous amount of time and energy from our team. And once we do this, we're going to be rolling out a couple other things. But so if you want to get your Facebook marketing dialed in, hop on with us. And I do want to say a big old congratulations for taking fast action, and welcome to all you guys that jumped on board. So really excited about that, and excited to work with you all. So. If you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to Ryan at lifeonfire.com. And if you do need to take advantage of the to-pay option, feel free to do that. We have that there for you. We would never want money to be something to hold you back, because this is about making money. This isn't about losing money. This is an investment that is going to yield you a return. That's the big thing here. So. And we've got a couple folks saying...
Sorry, real quick. We have a couple people that have accidentally paid twice because they're so excited, or maybe forgot to apply the promo code. So don't worry. I know who you are. I'm seeing your order, so don't freak out. We'll get you taken care of. Don't charge back your credit card or anything like that. We will definitely get you taken care of and make sure that you don't pay any more than you were supposed to, the agreed upon price. So I know you're really excited if you're paying us twice, but we won't make you pay.
Awesome. And guys, this is just the 20daychallenge.com, and it brings you right here. You can just jump to any section. We've got live coaching plus done for you design. We've got some reviews, and got a cool little video here that explains some details. And again, when you click the add to cart button, you just want to make sure that you put in the promo code in all caps, Firestarter. Boom. And you can see how it drops down that price to $9.97. If you need to do 2Pay, you can certainly do that if you'd like. And it's kind of like P90X. You'll notice we have the T-shirts. So we're going to give you guys some T-shirts. We're going to totally get this rocked out for you. And Roxana, definitely don't worry. We will make sure if anyone didn't put in the promo code or something happened, you accidentally ordered twice, like Ryan said, we'll take good care of you and we'll get that squared away right away. So I think we'll get things wrapped up. Again, last thing is if you have any questions, Ryan@lifeonfire.com. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the content from today, whether you purchase with us or not. And then the folks that are on board, we're going to really kick some butt with you. And can't wait to hop on these calls and get your strategy going. So I speak for everyone on the team when I say welcome, welcome, and looking forward to working with you guys. Have an awesome rest of your day. Cheers.